it to me. I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving that soldier chills. My jewelry the cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. At first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, bitch, this way before the deal.
Myself, I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve, though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian, blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. Put a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken it.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his first look is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. We're just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Watch twitch.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Out. Hey, check 24.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards on the play. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Hey, watch it. Run left.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd down and goal. Wilson feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Cleveland Farrell able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Alert. Check. Cross. Check.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Get ready. Let's go. 54. Line 54. Yo.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To try again after the sack. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
On the set. Watching you guys. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Wilson. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
At the 25-yard line.
Mike 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On third down, Wilson. And Tate's got it. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing.
Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike, blue team. Mike 5-4. Blue down. Back.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the I. The Titans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and goal. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Russell Wilson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he loses the football a second time. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
14, run it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Trump. 54. Easy.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Wilson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. He's got Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
At the 43-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Titans 28, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for number 10, incomplete.
Here's the Raiders punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchdown. Back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. On now is the Titans punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake. Now Jackson dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He'll be ridden out of bounds. Didn't even come close to sniffing the end zone. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders get a score closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Coming to you.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Wilson now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down, Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
36.
Jackson now. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Eckler. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 95.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his man. This is Tate. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's more on the return. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What we got? 55, Mike, guys, 55. Watch the run. Mike.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
We taking wins home.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's going to look deep down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Derrick Henry. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
65.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
from the red zone now. Here's Wilson on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the Raiders' 7-yard line.
Let's get it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Mike 54. Silver.
This is Henry. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Tennessee, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.